Welcome again, once again, guys. Today we're going to be talking about the drama from Love&Marriage Huntsville. We know that recently we'll be going into the reunion of the show and going to the TV guide about what is going to be happening in the reunion. I got to see this on the part two of the reunion, and it states Kimmy and Melody argue over Melody's double standards. Destiny claims she was groomed. Now, I don't know whether she understands the definition of grooming, but this accusation is very big. Then on the streets of Love and Marriage Huntsville, people are alleging that she meant the grooming because here he doesn't state anything. He only said Destiny claims she was groomed. But on the street of Huntsville, people have been saying that she was literally accusing Melody Sheree and Martell Holt of allegedly grooming her for a threesome. And why I'm laughing is because if Melody and Mattel are your groomers and they groomed you for a threesome, and let's say it didn't happen, why are you kicking in and laughing and friendly with your groomer? Because the word being groom is at the first thing it's not something you like, it's something that they forced you and mentally drilled in your brain to like it. Unfortunately, it never happened because I don't think she would come up and say, "Oh yes, me and Melody and Mattel had something together." In this season, she kind of threw in the air that if she wanted to get Mattel, she would have gotten Mattel. She wanted to even get Melody, she would have gotten Melody, something like that. And which Melody came out and talked about in a TikTok live and was like, she called out Destiny. I was like, Destiny, you know what? I'm not against anything, but I know that for sure I'm very, very straight and I've never made advances towards you. So don't be saying that about me, that you would get me in any way, or maybe me and you would have gotten to do something together. And now that the word on the street is that she literally is kind of accusing Mattel and Melody of grooming her, I'm like, how low can Destiny go just to bring a bad name to Melody? Because I don't understand why you guys have had this quarrel for how many years now? You guys have fallen out for how many years now? You never said it then. Then, when the issues were still hot, when the matters were still interesting to others, to wanting to find out what really actually went on between you and Melody, you never came from one day to say, "Oh yes, at one time, what time, at one certain time, Melody and Mattel were trying to groom me to have a threesome with them." You never said that word. And all of a sudden, now, just because you're called back on the show, and after the Sonia and Moses story, you never had any other story. Everything you always talked about was Melody, either taking jabs or her at your confessionals, or having a statement to say about whatever she does, how she breathes, how she looks. In short, every single thing that Melody did, you always had a say in it. Apart from that, you were nothing of relevance on this new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So now you come into the reunion just for you to gain another relevance, is for you to come. That is if it's true that she really said that about Melody, and I'm praying that she doesn't say it about Melody and Mattel. Maybe something else, maybe pertaining to her ex-husband. But I also don't think why trying to believe that I tend to believe it's about Melody and Mattel is that she really doesn't go so deep talking about her ex-husband like that. So I'm inclined to think that this issue is about Melody and Mattel, and she has kind of hinted it one time. But I feel like if you feel like the grooming was a bad thing and Melody did a bad thing trying to groom you, why are you sitting down close to Mattel? Why have you been all this while sitting down close to Mattel? Why have you been friends with Mattel? And it just makes me believe that there is no level of lowness Melody, Destiny wouldn't go to bring down Melody. As far as it needs to be or need to be said, Destiny will say it just to bring down Melody's everything. Like I'm tired of them every season trying to bring out something they feel like would bring down the how would I put it, that will make people look at Melody and be like, are you sure she's okay? Is everything all right with her? I don't understand. I feel like at this point, does any other person on the cast members have anything precise than about Melody? Because it seems like the reunion again which I am getting tired of. As much as people always say that if Melody leaves the show is gonna be the bomb. The show is gonna still gonna be the bomb. We have the part one of the reunion about Kimmy and Melody having issues. Now the part two of the reunion is also gonna be about Kimmy and Melody having issues. The part one is gonna be about Melody and Martell and also the Scott. The part two is gonna be about Melody and Kimmy and Destiny. I don't know what the part three is going to be about. It goes to show that every single time this lady is at the end of the day going to be the storyline just for them to get a clickbait, is a flare up. Like they be giving nothing during the season. I can't remember. Let's be realistic. Going back to the whole season of Love&Marriage Huntsville this season, what storyline did Kimmy and Maurice have throughout the season? At least the Scots had something. At least Destiny had something. At least Ken and Trish had something. What storyline did Maurice and Kimmy have that all of a sudden we get to the reunion, she's focusing all her energy on Melody? Melody this, just for you to get an argument. And they feel like everybody is like, okay, when I come to the reunion, let me create a beef with Melody so that we'll be talked a lot about on the reunion. I I'm tired at this stage, and I feel bad that Destiny has gone this low just to have an attempt to jab at Melody. She has descended to this low to say that Melody tried to groom her for a threesome with Martell. That is shame on Destiny. Shame on her to go this low. You were always a blabbermouth. All this